I never thought when I was growing up to become an artist. My goal, my objective was completely different. I wanted to be a doctor, podiatrist. Um, but when I started learning the guitar, it just I was in love with it, and I knew that somehow my life would have the guitar and music interconnected with it at all times. And as time went by, it was just I couldn't run away from it. I couldn't stop thinking about music, couldn't stop thinking about guitar, couldn't stop thinking about the riffs, the bands that I loved, and so it was like I need to try out this route and get more lessons, see if it may be a possible way of living my life. If they tell me, and they by they I mean my teachers and stuff like that, if they tell me that I'm not good enough and I should drop this idea, I'll go back to studying medicine. But if they tell me that there's something there that I should explore, I'm gonna leave it behind and I'm gonna follow through with music, and that's what I did. And I cannot say that financially and stuff like that, it's not as stable as that route that I could have taken, but I'm much happier this way, no doubt.
Yeah, in my case, it's the story is pretty much similar, I think. I started to I'm surrounded by a family. I was surrounded by a family of musicians, and I learned self-taught since like six or so. And I started to learn by myself and so on. And I really never went through a professional career up until some years, like when I was 18 or so in Brazil. So with original bands and so on, I couldn't avoid it. And basically, it's the same idea that Jordan said, that music couldn't let me go, never. Always when I try to, no, I'm gonna just do other thing in my life. I'm gonna study and always music was pushing me through. And the last time that music did that, it was through this project, the Arctic Monkeys tribute. It was after the pandemic situation, and there we are. It wasn't my intention to do a tribute of the Arctic Monkeys and so on, but here we are again, and I'm really glad because of it, because it's something that we love and we enjoy, and it's nice to be at this moment in our lives, in my life.
At the time, we're like four full-time members. So most of the gigs that we do, we play as a four-piece. We have one drummer, one bass player, and John on the guitar and vocals, and I'm the other guitar player. So most gigs that we do, we play with a four-piece. But we also have a fifth member, which plays keyboards. So he does everything that's keyboard related, sometimes even mimics strings and stuff like that. But he's not a full-time member because he has a full-time contract with a big artist in Portugal. So his schedule is very busy, and he only plays with us pretty much when we can kind of fit him with the concept of the gig that we're playing. So if the set list demands, and if he has the opening on his schedule. Otherwise, we just play with the four members, just like the original Arctic Monkeys in the beginning of their career.
I think in Spain, we're gonna show for the public the songs and the energy that the major part of the Arctic Monkeys fans miss on the band. That is this rock and roll attitude and these power riffs and those songs that they are not able to hear anymore, because the Arctic Monkeys, they now are in a pause. But basically what happened is Um, they since 2018 or so, when they released Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino, they are in a really different mood, in a jazzy R&B,
Yeah,
uh,
loungy stuff.
loungy stuff, and the songs are more cinematic and so on. I love it personally, and we we play some of those songs, right, Jordan? Body Paint.
Yeah, yeah.
We play some of those songs, but what really people miss to hear is the old Arctic Monkeys, like pushing through the BPMs, and going crazy with the crazy riffs. And favorite was Nightmare, and those albums that were the first ones people really love. And I think those that come to our concert we're gonna see that, and we're gonna hear that with the energy and similarity that they could like feel in the Arctic Monkeys concerts. And I'm not saying just because it's me that we're gonna be there, but we had a lot of those compliments, right, Jordan? And when we
Yeah,
went to Spain back in time last year, even from people from Sheffield, from the city that the Arctic Monkeys born.
originate, yeah.
And then that's why we can like say for the people, come if you want, if you want to like meet with people that loves Arctic Monkeys, if you want to feel the energy, and if you miss the old times, just come
Yeah,
to see the old place.
the in the last, maybe at least 6 or 7 years, Arctic Monkeys, their latest performances, they play, obviously, just like any artist, they play their most recent stuff, but they also play some of the older hits, but with like new arrangements. So the way that they're singing is different. The way they're approaching the songs are different. They're playing the older songs a little bit slower, not so much that rock raw energy. So if you've seen Arctic Monkeys in concert in the last 5 or 6 years, it's most likely that you've heard big hits from their heyday, but in like a more tame like energy. And we're not that kind of tribute band. We're kind of picking up on their energy from the beginning of their career. So it's more like raw, more exciting, more noisy as well. So it's like we're kind of paying tribute to the way those songs were written and the intention with which they were written at the time. So the way they were performing them at the time. So it's a little bit more rock, a little bit more raw as well. And the the reviews that we've got from our gigs in Sevilla, in Cordoba, in Cadiz, were really good. We had some blokes that were from Sheffield, which is where Arctic Monkeys are from. They love the stuff. They complimented, John's singing is pretty much spot on everything. His timbre, his voice, but also the accent, which is not an easy thing to mimic. It's very hard to make it mimic that English thick accent. And the comments that we're getting from people are all around that. The vocals sound exactly the same, the guitar sound exactly the same, the energy it's like watching Arctic Monkeys live. So we're expecting for it to continue. That's what we're working on, obviously, to give our best. And I know that in Spain there are a lot of Arctic Monkeys fans. So yeah, that's what we can promise. Lots of hard work, lots of attention to detail, trying to be as uplifting and energetic as possible, and trying to give everyone a good time. That's it. Before going on the stage, not really. I mean, we always gather around like in a circle, and like try to hype ourselves to do a good show. But
Yeah,
particularly for me, I don't have any ritual. I think maybe like smoke a cigarette before going on stage, so that I don't feel the urge to smoke while I'm in there. But that's pretty much it. I used to get a lot of nerves before going on stage in the beginning. Not with this project, not that much, but when I was starting to play live at the beginning, I always felt like my stomach wouldn't handle. right as I was walking up to the stage. But as soon as I hit the first chord, everything goes. So, in the beginning, it was like I had to prepare myself mentally to that. Those 5 minutes where I thought I was gonna not
Yeah.
be able to go through with it. But now that's I'm more used to that feeling, so it doesn't bother me as much. And I don't think we have like pre-rituals. I think it's just
In my
like
case, just warm up the voice and take a bit of whiskey when possible, right?
yeah. I'll warm up my hands sometimes. Sometimes I forget to. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just like let's make sure that we're playing right, that we're concentrated, that we're doing a good show. Let nothing slip, and just let's go. Let's rock.
Yeah, I think we trust a lot on each other in the work that we do. We are all professionals of music, and the guys is a funny story. They went on the same college in a jazz college, jazz school, right? And then we kind of know the work of every one of them, and basically the what happened is like I started the project, so I picked up the drummer, and the drummer picked the bass player that's played with him like for 14 years or something. They like do all the projects, originals and covers and so on together. So he brought him, and the bass player brought Jordan, that was also someone that he admired in the times of college. So like we just let's go and let's gonna do what we know that we are that let's have fun, let's have fun, because basically the quality of the musicians and the attention to the detail that's necessary for a project like this. I mean, I say that because people can think that Arctic Monkeys is easy thing to mimic and to do the songs, but it isn't. Otherwise, I think more people would be doing. In Portugal, it's just us. In Spain, I think doesn't exist. I think no, I'm pretty sure that doesn't exist any Arctic Monkeys tribute with all the songs, because we have more than 50 songs or something that we play of the whole discography of them. And there's ones that I'm saying that we play well and we play good. So basically, before stage is just guys, we are together, and now let's have some fun because we trust on each other a lot. Yeah. Jordan, say yours. Mine
Well,
is
my
pretty
favorite my
good.
favorite song is a song that we don't play often, and John knows this. My favorite song is Cornerstone because of the lyrics, because I think they're super like inventive. I think the concept of the lyrics is awesome. But because of the also of what I have to do on the guitar, it's like it's a song that has these details with the sliding and the melodies that Jamie Cook plays originally, which is what we play because we're a tribute band. So I think it's the not necessarily the most difficult song because it's not, but I think it's very melodic and beautiful and moving, and I like melodic stuff. Melodies are my drug. I love melodies. I'm not necessarily into technical stuff, and that song is very well written. It's got some meter changes in the chorus. It's got a beautiful solo. It's got a beautiful guitar sound full of chorus and reverbs and delays, and I love that stuff.
We should play
So
that.
that's my favorite song to play. But I like to play
We didn't play that in
pretty
Spain
much
last
every
time, right?
song. What?
We didn't play that in Spain last time. We should play that.
Yeah, we didn't play that in Spain. We usually do it when we have a keyboard player. We've already done it once without a keyboard player, and I don't think it sounded bad. It sounded good. That song always sounds good. I want to play it more often, but those guys, they're like, "Oh, I didn't rehearse that. We don't have the keyboard player here, so we
It's
sometimes do
it's
not
Ben as
play it."
always, man. It's the
Yeah,
bass player always gives this excuse because the bass line is like boom. It's like he gets a bit
yeah. The thing with some Arctic Monkey songs is like, imagine the bass player loves the bass line from this particular song, but the guitar part is not that impressive or not that exciting to me, maybe. And some other songs, it's the opposite. So I might love the guitar and it's like, but the bass line is kind of boring. And they're like, well, but we have to do it somehow. So yeah, I love playing pretty much every song. Of the
my
ones
favorite
that
is
we play the
from
most, I would say Cornerstone. But my favorite to play, Cornerstone is my favorite. The one that I pretty much prefer is uh, forgot the name, man. Uh,
These for Dangerous.
Past times consisted of the
Crying
strange.
Lightning, yeah,
Crying
is my
Lightning, yeah.
favorite one.
Crying Lightning is that's pretty much certain on every gig, and I love to play that one as well.
Yeah, this is my favorite song from them at all, and among all those albums and so on. And it's definitely one of the most that I feel more like playing because of like the lyrics and the history that I have with the song. So yeah, Unbug, baby. Well, our next step as a band, we with this band we also play a indie rock tribute, right? It started that way. We take some songs for the Monkeys and Strokes and Black Keys and other indie rock bands, and we take best songs of them, um, and we play. So our next step is like find our way to get more space in Europe. We are already heading on that path with some opportunities and proposals that we want to start to execute that this year for go to France, Italy, and Belgium, Luxembourg. There's a lot of logistics and a lots of things to be solved and lots of people involved. So I think our next step is make the project known um, in a European level and have a full agenda for these in the next year, and where we could like develop the project and show for more people would be really nice. But also we are working together towards the original songs that we can do together, because a lot of people come to us and say, you guys together, I mean, doing this Arctic Monkeys project is amazing, but I would love to see what you could do. But as I always say, it's a lots of things to fit in 7 days in a week.
Yeah,
So we are moving towards that, but like easily. I think our main goal for the Arctic Monkeys tribute right now is make the band known um, in our European level at all, because we trust already on the work that we do, and we feel that when we go to those places, they will love, they will like, and the thing will spread more. So I think it's our goal for now, right, Jordan? I think if I miss
yeah.
something,
I
yeah.
think our goal for now is that is to be able to grow. In the first, you know, I'll say almost first 2 years of the band. I wasn't there for the first year of the band, but the first 2 years of the band, we've grown in Portugal. So we've played around in Portugal in lots of places, north to south, east and west. It's not that there's a big east and west thing in Portugal because it's like a strip of land, but we played all over the country, and so we have people all around the country that know us and that like our work. But it's a small market. So Portugal is a really small market, and so we wanted to first expand into the rest of the Iberian Peninsula. So we went to Spain, and now we're considering other venues that are kind of opening up in France and Italy, Belgium, Luxembourg. We're trying to you know find a way to manage to get there. And you know one of the objectives that I personally have with a band in with a medium time, medium run, would be to play in England, because I know England has an Arctic Monkeys tribute band, but I've heard from people that listen to them that, well, what people told us is that we were much better than them. So, it would be like, I'm not trying to be, upright about it, but I think that it would be awesome to be playing in their homeland and see what people think, and see, you know, the comments about us, the comments about our sound, about the vocals, about the accent. I think it would be awesome. And also, uh, trying to put together something with original songs. As he said, the 7 days a week, 24 hours a day are very short to what we want to accomplish. We're full-time musicians, most of us, and, and music teachers as well. And we have wives or girlfriends or whatnot. And so life, we don't have the all the time that we had like 10 or 15 years ago to just dedicate to the band. But we would we want to work together on originals, because our musical tastes, they converge on some aspects. So if it were a Venn diagram, there would be lots of bands that fit all of us, and also lots of different bands that I listen to, but they don't. And I think, and that's true for every one of us. So every one of us has very different influences, but there's also like a small patch of musical land that we all agree on. So I think that when we combine those influences, we could come up with, you know, beautiful stuff. I think that we have good musical tastes. That's obviously talking on my behalf, but uh, yeah, I think the writing original songs and trying to come up with some original musical project with nothing to do with Arctic Monkeys, nothing to do necessarily with indie rock, would be one of the objectives as well. So, well, I want to wish every one of you that's watching a great 2025, or 2025, as they say it. I want you to all step in with a with the right foot. My name is Jordan. I'm the guitar player from Young Yellow Pricks, Arctic Monkeys tribute, and that's it. GuauMiauyMas.
Oh, my name is John from Young Yellow Bricks, and this is interview for GuauMiauyMas. Thank you a lot.